What's a short, clean joke that gets a laugh every time? What's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. This reminds me of my favorite line from the end of Disney's Robin Hood, where King Richard states, "Friar Tuck, it appears that I now have an outlaw for an in-law." Quote, "I bought my friend an elephant for his room, monsieur," he said. "Thanks," I said. "Don't mention it. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible. To the guy who stole my Ms. Office, I will find you. You have my word. This is my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder." Edit. Till this joke was by Harry Hill, and recently made more famous by Jay London. Opening for Louis C.K. I'm a gutter installer and I am going to have so many opportunities to tell this joke. Thank you. Ah, that job must be draining, sad face. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. Subtle. Even works textually. I love it. My friend asked me to help him round up his 37 sheep. I said, 40. A math joke? Ballsy. Removed. I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. Removed. I have arms of a gorilla and a lifetime ban from Cincinnati Zoo. Sigh. Asterisk unzips asterisk. Two clowns are eating a cannibal. One turns to the other and says, "I think we got this joke wrong." Two cannibals are eating a clown. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you? Did you hear about the cannibal who passed his uncle in the forest?" Two cannibals are eating Amy Schumer. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?" Quote dot. "No," the other replies. Two cannibals are eating Jimmy Fallon. One turns to the other and Jimmy Fallon starts laughing out of character. Removed. My wife told me I had to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. My wife told me I need to quit playing Wonderwall on guitar. I said maybe. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy, and the other is a little lighter. Tested on my brother. He shook his head. No laugh. Edit. I tested most of the top jokes against Hi Monsieur. Check my history for details and feel free to report your findings as replies. Edit 2. Some folks appear to be quite angry at my brother for his reaction. Some think he didn't get it. Rest assured, he did. Please keep calm, monsieur. I poured root beer in a square glass. Now I just have beer. My friend says to me, "What rhymes with orange?" I said, "No, it doesn't." And God said to John, "Come forth and you shall be granted eternal life." But John came fifth and won a toaster. And on that day, John realized he should have joined Team Liquid. How many opticians does it take to change a light bulb? Is it 1 or 2? 1 or 2? How many Freudian psychoanalysts does it take to change a light bulb? 2. 1 to change the light bulb and 1 to hold the penis. I mean father. I mean ladder. How many psychologists does it take to change a light bulb? Only 1. But the light bulb really has to want to change. How many altos does it take to change a light bulb? Doesn't matter, it's too high. How many sopranos does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1. She just stands underneath it and the world revolves around her. How many surrealist painters does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. One fills the bathtub with mayonnaise and sprinkles while the other paints the purple spots on the giraffe. How many conservative economists does it take to screw in a light bulb? A1. None. The invisible hand will do it. A2. None. If it really needed changing, market forces would have caused it to happen. A3. None. If the government would just leave it alone, it would screw itself in. 2 economists are taking a walk. One looks down and sees a $20 bill. "Hey, look, a $20 bill," he says. "That's impossible," the other one says. "Someone would have picked it up." "Monsieur, you're right," says the first economist. And they continue on their way. What do we want? Low-flying airplane noises. When do we want them? www. What do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? It's irrelevant. When do we want it? Yesterday. What do we want? Faster than light travel. There once was a lady named Bright who could travel much faster than light. She left one day, in a relative way, and arrived the previous night. Why did the old man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well. I was having a bad time once and my friend felt the need to comfort me. They told me, cheer up. Bird influenza. It could be worse. You could be stuck at the bottom of a deep hole filled with water. I know they meant well. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philip. Damn. Late again. Redditor for 5 years. Last activity was this exact comment on this exact joke 1 year ago. That is some serious dedication to a shitty pun. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. What's loud and sounds like an apple? An apple. What? They're selling chocolate. What's brown and sticky? A stick. What's brown and rhymes with Snoop? Dr. Dre. What's brown and runny? Usain Bolt. What's a foot long and slippery? A slipper. I went bobsleighing the other day, killed 250 bobs. What do you call a dog that does magic tricks? A labracadabrador. Forever regretting the E I put on the end of my name. Just tell people you're Dumbledore's dog. You're a genius. A blind man walks into a bar. And a table. And a chair. I didn't see that coming. So what if I don't know what Armageddon means? It's not the end of the world. Stuart Francis slightly adjusted it to, I misspelled, Armageddon. Wasn't the end of the world. Communism jokes aren't funny unless everyone gets them. How do you get 2 whales in a car? Start in England and drive west. Instructions followed clearly. Am in Cornwall. Ran out of land. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Landfair PWLL Gwyngath Bogari Schwern Drop WLL Land T Silio Go. I found a job helping a one-armed typist do capital letters. It's shift work. This reminds me of the joke about the zoo that's so broke it only has one animal. A dog. It's a Shih Tzu. What did the pirate say when he turned 80 years old? Maybe. What happened when the pirate attempted to recite the alphabet? He got lost at sea. The Old Man and the Sea, such a classic. I've been told I'm condescending. That means I talk down to people. What do the movies Titanic and The Sixth Sense have in common? I see dead people. I used to be addicted to soap, but now I'm clean. People say I'm addicted to brake fluid, but I can stop any time I want. Guy walks into a bar and orders a fruit punch. Bartender says, pal, if you want a punch you'll have to stand in line. Guy looks around, but there is no punch line. What time does Sean Connery go to Wimbledon? Tennis. Does Sean Connery like herbs? Yes, but only partially. Knock knock, who's there? Dishes who? Dishes Sean Connery. Sean Connery was reaching for a book on the top shelf when it slipped out of his hand and hit his head. He then mutters to himself, I have no one to blame but myself. A Mexican magician says you will disappear on the count of 3. He says uno, dos, poof. He disappeared without a trace. My friends say there's a gay guy in our circle of friends. I really hope it's Todd. He's cute. I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting larger. Then it hit me. Greater than I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting larger. Then it hit me. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. I forgot how to throw a boomerang. Then it came back to me. At first I didn't like having a beard. Then it grew on me. I got my son a fridge for his birthday. I can't wait to see his face light up when he opens it. I came home from the golf course today. The wife had left a note on the refrigerator. It's not working. I can't take it anymore. Gone to stay with my mother. I opened the fridge. The light came on. And the beer was cold. What the hell is she talking about? Goes better with this is not working. Knock knock, who's there? Dishes who? Dishes Sean Connery. Knock knock, who's there? Who? Oh, an owl. Knock knock, who's there? Owls, owls who? Why yes, they do. The rebuttal, knock knock, who's there? Cows go who? No, cows go moo. Have you heard about those new corduroy pillows? They're making headlines. Did you hear about the invention of the wheel? They say it started a revolution. But it was the invention of the broom that really swept the nation. Two men meet on opposite sides of a river. One shouts to the other, I need you to help me get to the other side. Quote. The other guy replies, you are on the other side. Quote. Removed. People in Dubai don't like the Flintstones. But people in Abu Dhabi do. Two drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. Why don't ants get sick? Because they have little antibodies. Where does the king keep his armies? In his sleeves. How does Hitler tie his shoes? With little Nazis. Where does Hitler keep his armies? Poland. Laughed out loud. The Secret Service just had to change protocol for when the president is in danger. Instead of yelling, get down, quote, they have to yell, Donald Duck, quote. How did the hipster burn his mouth? He ate the pizza before it was cool. How many hipsters does it take to change a light bulb? It's a pretty obscure number. You probably never heard of it. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does a hipster buy its album? Where does one drown a hipster? In the mainstream, monsieur. How much does a hipster weigh? And Instagram. So far, there are no complaints about the new all-hipster mining company. It's pretty underground, so no one's heard them yet. Before you criticize someone, walk a mile in their shoes. That way, when you do criticize them, you're a mile away and have their shoes. I have a Polish friend who's a sound technician. Oh. And a check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. A dyslexic man walks into a bra. If life gives you melons, you probably have dyslexia. If you have a bar, you'll need lemons, and if you have melons, you'll need a bra. If you have melons, no bra, and are at a bar, you get free drinks. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me. Removed. It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally. I don't get this joke, but I'm stealing it. Wanna know the last thing my grandpa said before he kicked a bucket? Wonder how far I can kick this bucket. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man stabbed. Have you heard of Murphy's Law? Yes. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. What's about Cole's Law? No. It's a thin sliced cabbage dripped in mayonnaise and sour cream. This joke almost made my husband hang up on me 8/10. What's ET short for? He's only got little legs. What does ET stand for? Someone stole his chair. Alternately, the national anthem. Quote. What's the difference between a BMW and a porcupine? A porcupine has pricks on the outside. It feel like you're wasting your life doing a meaningless job day after day after day. Just think, someone is installing BMW turn signals right now. How does a rabbi make his coffee? He brews it. How do you make water holy? You boil the hell out of it. What did you say at confession? I don't know, but it's none of my business. Need an arc. I know a guy. When you look really closely, all mirrors look like eyeballs. My girlfriend asked if I would stop listening to Oasis. I said maybe. Given a man a guitar, and he'll have music for a day. But teach a man the guitar, and today's gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you. What's the difference between a dirty old bus stop and a lobster with breast implants? One is a crusty bus station, the other one is a busty crustacean. What's the difference between a bear that loves grapes and a dead bee? One's a seedy beast, the other's a bee deceased. What's the difference between a blind sniper and a constipated owl? One shoots but doesn't hit, the other hoots but doesn't shit. What's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom? A pickpocket wants to snatch your watch. Asterisk pickpocket snatches watches. What do you get when you cross a cow and an octopus? A call from the ethics committee and immediate revocation of your grant funding. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino? If I know. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.